Hi guys, welcome. So finally, Narsi Munji conducted its first shift on 26th of June. Some students faced issues while starting the examination, but many of them were able to complete it. So in this video, we are going to analyze the paper of the first shift. Overall, from the data gathered from the candidates, we can say that the paper level was moderate to difficult. And a good attempt, an ideal attempt would be somewhere above 100. So अगर आपने 100 से above attempt किया है, तो we can say that is a good attempt. So talking about Narsi Munji में this year Narsi Munji का जो syllabus था, Narsi Munji का जो pattern था, Narsi Munji had 120 questions, and these 120 questions were meant to be attempted in 100 minutes. And out of these 120 questions, 40 questions were from quantitative aptitude, 40 questions were from logical reasoning, and 40 questions were from verbal ability. So 40 questions ka tha. A big surprise was just before a day, that means 25th June को ही उन्होंने एक सरप्राइज दिया स्टूडेंट को. वो ये था कि आप सेक्शन स्विच नहीं कर सकते. There was no sectional timing as such, but switching between the sections were not allowed. So in case अगर आपने 40 questions QA के करने हैं, आप जब तक QA का खुद से सबमिट नहीं करते हो, you cannot switch to logical reasoning or verbal ability. So this was a new change जो पहले नहीं था कभी. So overall मैंने आपको बताया that overall the paper level was moderate to difficult आप कह सकते हैं. And a good attempt would be 100 plus. बहुत सारे students ने attempt किया है. So we can say 100 plus attempt is an ideal attempt for it. So in this video we are going to talk about each and every subject, कैसे questions थे, क्या level था question का. ठीक है, of course we don't know all the questions, but yeah, जो भी हमें डेटा पता चला है, what all types of questions were there, हम इन चीजों को यहाँ पे we are going to discuss in this video. So let's talk about logical reasoning. Logical reasoning section के अंदर there were 40 questions. And if we talk about the level of the entire logical reasoning section, we can say it was easy to moderate. अगर आपने basic level preparation कर रखा है, then logical reasoning के 40 questions were kind of piece of cake for you. But थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे problem क्या था? Problem जो थोड़ा बहुत LR में face किया student ने, that was data interpretation section. Data interpretation section was a bit lengthy, and mostly questions out of 40 questions, ज़्यादातर questions were from data interpretation. So data interpretation में आपके line graph वाले questions थे. You also had a question on table के ऊपर था, table chart दे रखा था. You were being asked questions on table, and then there was also a mixed graph जिसके अंदर आपके pie chart थे and table था. तो mixed graph के basis पे you had to solve the question. So overall the feedback that we received was that DI was lengthy but not that difficult, right? So it was lengthy, it was calculative oriented, but you can easily solve it अगर आपका percentage, अगर आपके basic calculations वगैरह strong. Then second, all other topics or composite topics. So this was the major topic in this entire section. Then all composite topics there. So some of the questions were directly taken from the mocks. The mocks उन्होंने conduct किया था, वहीं से उन्होंने directly उठाया था. So not exactly same, but the pattern was almost same, right? तो आपके कुछ questions यहाँ पे जो हमें दिख रहे थे. Then syllogisms के question थे. Syllogisms के question में आपके 2 statement based questions भी थे, आपके 3 statement based questions भी थे, but all of them were very simple to the point based question. Okay, all right. Syllogism के अलावा और क्या-क्या topic थे उसमें? तो आपके पास arrangement, linear arrangement के questions थे. A big surprise here was कि उसके अंदर कोई complex arrangement नहीं था, जिसको हम puzzles भी कहते हैं. तो generally logical reasoning section is always dominated by complex arrangement question, but there was no complex arrangement question, which was a big relief for the students. So arrangement के questions थे, arrangement के questions के अंदर आपके linear arrangement के question थे, which was, I can say, very easily doable था. Then there were some questions from family tree, blood relation जिसको आप कहते हैं, family tree या फिर हम कह सकते हैं blood relation. ब्लड रिलेशन के क्वेश्चन वो पॉइंटिंग बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस थे, जिसमें एक पर्सन दूसरे को पॉइंट करके अपना कुछ बता रहा है. ठीक है, सो दिस वाज वन टाइप, पॉइंटिंग बेस्ड क्वेश्चन. Then there was some coded relationship. Coded relationship जहाँ पे आपको कहता है A plus B means A is father of B. So the moment you see P plus Q means P is father of Q. So एक डायरेक्शन दे रखा था, उसके बेस पे आपको बताना होता है how to solve that tree. So overall family tree की अगर हम कहें तो that was easy to moderate. Nothing new, nothing out of the syllabus or nothing something जो tricky हो, दिमाग को use करने के लिए मजबूर करे. There was nothing else. Then the questions were from data sufficiency. Yes, many of the questions were from data sufficiency. और data sufficiency आपका QA driven questions भी थे, जहाँ पे आपका basic जो QA के ऊपर questions आते हैं, ठीक है, जहाँ जैसे प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस हो गया, एवरेजेस हो गया, तो वैसे क्यूए के बेसिस पे क्वेश्चंस भी थे. एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स देयर वर सम क्वेश्चंस बेस्ड ऑन एलआर एज वेल. सो एलआर और क्यूए दोनों के मिक्स्ड क्वेश्चंस थे डेटा सफिशिएंसी के अंदर. देन देयर वर सम क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम इनइक्वालिटीज टॉपिक. इनइक्वालिटीज टॉपिक जहाँ पे आपको ग्रेटर देन, इक्वल देन, लेस देन इक्वल टू, ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू वाले सिंबल बेस्ड कंक्लूजन्स निकालने होते हैं. एंड दैट वाज टोटली इजी. बस थोड़ा सा लेंथी था. Why? Because the symbols were coded. They were coded. That means कैसे coded थे? तो P@Q means P is neither greater than nor equal to. That means P is smaller than equal to. तो आपको instruction दे रखा होता था. Instruction के basis पे आपको बताना था कि what is actually the meaning of that particular symbol based on the instruction. So these were the topics जो अभी मैंने देखा था. Then there were many other topics. Critical reasoning के भी कुछ questions थे. Critical reasoning के कुछ questions कैसे थे? तो आपके statement और assumption based questions थे. Very simple, normal सा statement और assumption based question था, जहाँ पे आपको एक statement दे रखा होता है and it is followed by two assumptions. You have to identify which one is implicit. It can be both are implicit, it can be neither one is implicit. Then there were some questions from arguments as well. So statement argument का भी question था. So कुछ agriculture based question था from what I can what I have received from the students. कुछ agriculture based question था वहाँ पे एक statement दे रखा था and based on those statements there were two arguments. आपको बताना था कौन सा argument strong है, कौन सा weak है. And okay, and then there were few questions from eligibility test. Eligibility test जो है, eligibility test के ऊपर भी कुछ questions थे. इसके अंदर क्या होता है? इसके अंदर they provide you some eligibility criteria and then they provide you with the information of a candidate. You have to check whether this candidate should be selected. क्या ये condition satisfy कर रहा है, क्या ये condition satisfy नहीं कर रहा है. So this was given in their mock as well. उनके mock test के अंदर भी eligibility test के questions थे and that was as it is in the actual examination that happened on 26th of June. So very easily doable. थोड़ा सा आपको अपना reading speed increase करना है. You have to go through the eligibilities and then आपको बताना है कि whether that student should be selected or not. Okay. Then there were some questions from symbol based. Symbol based एक topic होता है, very simple topic, जहाँ पे आपको interchange based question दे रखा था. यहाँ पे आपको interchange based question के अंदर they said कि they gave you 4 options A, B, C, D. And then they said कि इनमें कोई इंटरचेंज कर दे, कौन से साइन को इंटरचेंज करेंगे तो कौन सा ऑप्शन जो है वो वैलिड होगा. दैट मींस LHS इक्वल टू RHS हो जाएगा. एंड इफ आई रिमेंबर करेक्टली जो स्टूडेंट्स ने बताया है दैट द सिंबल्स वेयर डिवाइड एंड प्लस. तो दे गेव यू अ इक्वेशन जिसमें प्लस और डिवाइड था एंड देन दे सेड कि अगर आप प्लस और डिवाइड को इंटरचेंज कर दोगे तो क्या LHS इक्वल टू RHS होगा. व्हिच ऑप्शन इज दैट? ये आपको बताना था. So time taking, of course, you have to solve it option by option, but yes, nothing that difficult जो किया ही नहीं जा सकता था. So this was one question जो आया था, बहुत ही easily आप कर सकते थे. Okay. Moving ahead, then we had some questions based on ranking as well. Ranking के भी questions थे. बड़ा simple से question. Ranking के questions में क्या होता है कि एक students हैं, बहुत सारे students हैं in a row. किसी एक person का position left से 11th है, right से 12th है, तो बताइए total students कितने हैं या ऐसा कुछ questions आता है. तो this was a question based on ranking जहाँ पे आपको एक एंड से पोजीशन दे रखा था, दूसरे एंड से पोजीशन निकालना था, ऐसा ही कुछ था. सो स्टूडेंट्स एक्जैक्टली कांट रिमेंबर इट बट या फ्रॉम व्हाट वी हैव गैदर्ड द डेटा ये बता रहे थे कि रैंकिंग के बेस पे भी क्वेश्चन आया था. देन सम क्वेश्चंस वेयर बेस्ड ऑन वेन डायग्राम. वेन डायग्राम का एक क्वेश्चन आया था जिसमें आपको टीचर, विमेन एंड मदर के बीच में वेन डायग्राम बनाना. टीचर, वुमेन और मदर के बीच में वेन डायग्राम बनाना था. So they gave you 4 options A, B, C, D. उसमें अलग-अलग उन्होंने सर्कल्स वगैरह बना रखे थे. आपको बताना था कि which figure, which Venn diagram correctly relates to this. इनके बीच में जो रिलेशन है वो करेक्टली डिपिक्ट कौन सा वेन डायग्राम कर रहा है. दिस वाज द क्वेश्चन, राइट. सो वेन डायग्राम का जो ये पार्ट होता है, दिस इज कॉल्ड आइडेंटिफाइंग द वेन डायग्राम, कि कौन सा रिलेट कर सकता है. सो दिस वाज वन क्वेश्चन एंड देन देयर वाज वन मोर क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम वेन डायग्राम, जहां पे आपको अलग-अलग शेप्स दे रखे थे एंड ऑल दीज शेप्स हैड सम वेरिएबल अटैच्ड टू देम. जैसे ये ट्रायंगल कुछ और बता रहा है, लेट्स से x, ये कुछ और बता रहा है y, दिस लेट्स से दिस इज z. देन इनके बीच में आपको नंबरिंग कर रखी थी. And then you were being asked to identify which number represents what, which number represents what. So this shape was there. I don't know exactly what shape was it, but this is the type of question that was asked in it. So Venn diagram के भी कुछ अच्छे questions थे. So we can say कि एक तरीके से complex arrangement को छोड़ के और input output को छोड़ के almost हर जगह इन्होंने cover किया हुआ है. Almost all the topics, and yes, big miss was again coding decoding के एक भी question नहीं थे, and also directions का एक भी question नहीं था. So complex arrangement, coding decoding, directions and input output को छोड़ के almost all the topics were covered. And then there were a few questions from visual reasoning. Visual reasoning से भी question थे, like एक question था जहाँ पे आपको series complete करनी थी. A figure was given and based on that figure आपको बताना था कि अगला figure कौन सा होगा. And then there was a question जिसके अंदर आपको analogy बनानी थी. So they give you 2 figures. 2 figure में जो relation है वही relation आपको यहाँ पे figure C और D में बनाना था. So overall, these were the questions that was asked, and I would say कि logical reasoning का जो level था, logical reasoning का overall that attempt should be what an ideal attempt should be. Then I would say above 35 to 100% आप ला सकते थे. Above 35 अच्छा एक स्कोर हो सकता है लॉजिकल रीजनिंग के अंदर, because all these questions were totally to the point. There was nothing at such जिसमें बहुत लॉजिक ढूंढने की जरूरत है या you needed some good amount of tricks to apply in it and then उसके बाद ही जाके सॉल्व हो पाता. ऐसा कुछ नहीं था. To the point questions थे and all these topics were covered in the classes. आपने अगर प्रिपरेशन किया है लॉजिकल रीजनिंग का तो आपको ये सारे टॉपिक्स आते होंगे. So I would say logical reasoning, easy to moderate level, and 35 questions, yes, a bit lengthy because of that data interpretation, but yes, can be doable. Is doable within 40 minutes. आप इस टॉपिक को कर सकते हैं. तो एक अच्छा टाइम जो अगर आप कहो कि सर लॉजिकल रीजनिंग में व्हाट शुड बी अ गुड अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम दैट वी शुड गिव, देन आई वुड से कि 35 मिनट्स जो है आपका एक आइडियल टाइम होना चाहिए इन ऑर्डर टू सॉल्व दोस 40 क्वेश्चंस. एंड लुकिंग एट द लेवल ऑफ इट एंड लुकिंग एट व्हाट स्टूडेंट्स हैव अटेम्प्टेड ऑलरेडी, दे सेड दैट दे वर एबल टू सॉल्व द एंटायर 40 क्वेश्चंस विद इन 35 to 40 minutes. So guys, this was all for logical reasoning. बाकी सब्जेक्ट्स का क्या है, वर्बल एबिलिटी का क्या है और क्यूए का क्या है, वो भी आप हम जरा देखें.
Good evening everyone, and after a much anticipation during this pandemic which is going on, and again we have seen that universities were postponing their exams and the dates were shifted. So today Narsi Munji Institute of Management Studies, Mumbai conducted their first session of the exam, and so I, Ashish Garg, is bringing you the analysis of day 1 of Narsi Munji paper, right? So let's begin. Narsi Munji, day 1 was pretty good, and students were pretty happy about the exam, and especially verbal ability section. The verbal ability section, according to the students, was very easy and it was very doable. The questions were easy, within their reach, and it was done in that stipulated time which they thought that they will be giving it to verbal ability, right? So the section had 40 questions, And out of those 40 questions, there were 3 passages which were there. And so the 3 passages, the theme of those passages was, one was on astrology, one was on environment, recycle of paper and reusage, and the third one was on fashion, so upcycle of apparels. Right, so this is based on memory of the students who appeared for this exam, and they have told us that this was the topics that the RC was based on. Now, one thing that most of the students were telling, that the passages were lengthy, they were long. All right, so they were taking a lot of time. So there were 2 passages they were saying that which were easy, and the third one was slightly difficult. So we can say that the overall difficulty level of RC section, where there were 15 questions, was around moderate to difficult, and around 11 to 12 questions out of 15 questions were doable, which is a very, very good number when it comes for reading comprehension. So that ways, the reading comprehension came in Narsee Monjee paper on day 1. The second topic from which the questions were asked was parajumbles. All right, so there was sentences. You need to rearrange those sentences to form a paragraph, a logical paragraph. So there were 5 questions as told by the student. The level was easy to moderate. They were pretty easy questions, some moderate. Again, if you know the trick how to solve this these type of questions, then I think that these questions will be easy for you. The next topic was vocabulary. The good part about Narsee Monjee is that when they give, and they take out the notification. So in the exam syllabus, they give you that what type of questions will be asked very categorically. So it becomes easy for the student also to, prepare and appear for this particular paper with utmost, knowledge and confidence. So the vocabulary questions were contextual in nature. They were asked in the sentence form. They were easy. 2 words told to me by my students. One was ultimately, and the other one was inexplicable. And I believe that both these words are pretty easy if you have a little command over the language and you have done vocabulary constantly for this particular paper. So this vocabulary was not that difficult. It was easy and relatable. Contextual vocabulary in any case becomes easy if you read the sentence. So somewhere or the other you get the gist of that particular word, that what is that particular word all about. The next topic on which the questions were asked was idioms. So idioms were asked in a sentence form. The level, idioms can be tricky at times. So the level for it was ranging, as the students told me, that it was easy to moderate, right? And the students were pretty happy by solving these idioms question based on them. So one was throw in the towel, and the other one was go Dutch. This is again based on memory, as told by the students to us. So these were 2 idioms. The next topic was grammar, sentence correction, and fill in the blanks. There were many questions which were there on fill in the blanks, which tested you on prepositions, tenses. Sentence error was on parallelism, missing pronoun, indefinite pronoun, etc. I'm happy to tell you all that, in fact, when we did classes on grammar at Pratham, we told our students that what are those 5 key areas from Spot the Errors which can be asked in any paper. And I'm happy to tell you that the questions were based from those points, and our students have done these questions with utmost in an easy way, and they handle these questions with great confidence, which I am very happy about as a facilitator and a trainer to them. Right? So these were there. So overall, we can say that Narsi Munji day one, first of all, a round of applause to the entire team of Narsi Munji for conducting the paper. There were few here and there glitches which we heard, but otherwise overall the pattern, like the conduct of the exam was very smooth. All right. And if we talk about the overall difficulty level of verbal ability section for Narsi Munji, I would say that it was easy to moderate, barring few questions from RC or from idioms, because RC is, at times is a pain point for so many students. So the overall analysis that we can give of Narsi Munji, or I can give of Narsi Munji, is that there were 3 passages, lengthy passages. The moderate to difficult was the difficulty level. The questions that were asked across the 3 passages were tone questions, inference-based questions. Parajumbles were easy, vocabulary and idioms were easy to moderate, and grammar was easy. Right, so this was the structure of Narsi Munji day one. Let's hope that tomorrow, when we have the second shift for Narsi Munji, same thing, and with this seamless experience, the paper is conducted tomorrow as well. And I wish everybody all the very best who is yet to give the paper for Narsi Munji tomorrow and day after. And all the very best, everybody. Take care.
Hello, guys. So now let us start the analysis of NPAT day 1. Day 1 में जो उन्होंने पेपर पूछा है, उसके QA पार्ट की अगर हम एनालिसिस करें, so the first conclusion is, उन्होंने जो हायर मैथ्स पूछा, उसमें उन्होंने सिर्फ 2 ही टॉपिक यूज किए. फर्स्ट इज फंक्शन, सेकंड इज सेट्स. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस फंक्शन एंड सेट्स, उन्होंने और कोई टॉपिक पूछा ही नहीं. ठीक है, तो एक बच्चों के लिए रिलीफ हो गया कि चलो एटलीस्ट इफ यू हैव डन गुड एंड इफ यू हैव रिवाइज्ड फंक्शन एंड सेट्स, देन यू आर गुड. आपने अच्छा किया होगा और अच्छा करेंगे. नाउ द सेकंड कंक्लूजन इज, कुछ टॉपिक्स हैं जिसको उन्होंने बहुत ज्यादा वेटेज दिया है. ठीक है, लाइक ट्रिग्नोमेट्री. एक ट्रिग्नोमेट्री उन्होंने बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस पूछे ट्रिग्नोमेट्री से, नंबर सिस्टम से, फ्रैक्शन से बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन पूछे उन्होंने, सेट्स के अच्छे खासे क्वेश्चन उन्होंने पूछे हैं. 4-5 क्वेश्चन उन्होंने उनके सेट्स से रिलेटेड थे उसमें. तो अगर आपने ये सब टॉपिक को अच्छे से किया होता या किया है, तो आपने अच्छे इस एग्जाम को में अच्छा स्कोर आप कर लेंगे. ठीक है, कुछ टॉपिक्स ऐसे हैं जिन्होंने बहुत कम वेटेज दिया है, लाइक टाइम, स्पीड एंड डिस्टेंस. ये एक ऐसा टॉपिक था जो उन्होंने बिल्कुल ही कम वेटेज दिया है. टाइम एंड वर्क, वेरी लो वेटेज असाइन टू टाइम एंड वर्क. ठीक है, सिमिलरली और भी कुछ टॉपिक्स हैं जो उन्होंने बिल्कुल पूछा ही नहीं. उन्होंने परसेंटेज के अच्छे खासे क्वेश्चन पूछे हैं उसमें. तो बेसिकली जो 3-4 टॉपिक हैं जिन्होंने बहुत अच्छे से पूछा है, वो है परसेंटेज, नंबर सिस्टम which includes फ्रैक्शन वाले क्वेश्चन भी, देन ट्रिग्नोमेट्री, सेट्स. राइट, नाउ इसके अलावा अगर हम और भी उनके पेपर को एनालाइज करें अच्छे से, तो ये हमें मालूम चलता है कि पेपर का जो ओवरऑल लेंथी था, ओवरऑल जो उसका लेवल था, नॉट ऑन द हायर साइड बट मॉडरेट लेवल का पेपर था वो. ठीक है, बच्चों को एक प्रॉब्लम ये आ रही थी कि क्योंकि इसमें सेक्शनल टाइम लिमिट नहीं था और एक बार में एक ही सेक्शन ओपन हो रहा था, जब तक आप सेक्शन को सबमिट नहीं करते तब तक दूसरा सेक्शन ओपन नहीं हो रहा था, तो क्यूए लास्ट में आ रहा था. तो बहुत सारे बच्चे टाइम मैनेजमेंट में फंस रहे थे. तो द थिंग व्हिच यू हैव टू डू इज यू हैव टू मैनेज योर टाइम वेरी वेल. तो बहुत अच्छे से आपको टाइम मैनेज करना पड़ेगा सो दैट यू विल बी एबल टू सॉल्व द पेपर. ठीक है, आपको टाइम मैनेजमेंट अच्छे रखना पड़ेगा क्योंकि मैथ्स लास्ट में आ रहा है. अगर आप बहुत सारा टाइम इंग्लिश और एलआर में लगा दोगे तो आपको बहुत लास्ट में बहुत कम टाइम बचता है. सो आपको थोड़ा सा टाइम को इक्वली आपको स्पेस्ड करना पड़ेगा, इक्वली आपको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना पड़ेगा, और स्ट्रैटेजी थोड़ी सी आपको चेंज करनी पड़ेगी, थोड़ी फास्ट करनी पड़ेगी आपको सॉल्यूशन, राइट? ओके ओके गाइस, सो that was from the impact part. हाँ, एक इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज और है इसमें, आपको बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन ऐसा उन्होंने पूछा है जो उन्होंने अपने सैंपल पेपर से डायरेक्ट उठा के डाला है, जो उनके सैंपल पेपर में थे। मोर और लेस देयर वाज गुड नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन जो उसी पैटर्न पे आए हैं, ठीक है? तो आपको उनके सैंपल पेपर को आप रिवाइज कर लीजिए अच्छे से, आप उनको सॉल्व कर लीजिए, क्योंकि क्वेश्चंस उन्हीं के सैंपल पेपर के पैटर्न पे सेम टू सेम उसी टाइप के क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं जो उन्होंने अपने वेबसाइट पे डाले हैं, ठीक है? तो प्लीज आप इनको करिए, इन पॉइंट्स को ध्यान रखिए। सो थैंक्स फॉर watching this video. Thanks a lot.